the hidden nighttime ritual your cat performs while you sleep. Welcome to Cat Senses. I'm James Mitchell, feline relationship coach. My goal is to help you build a deeper bond of love and trust with your cat, one secret at a time. Your cat is doing something remarkable while you're sleeping, and most people completely miss it. This isn't about food bowls or playtime. This is about a secret protection system that's been fine-tuned over 10,000 years. And tonight, you're going to discover exactly what's happening in those quiet hours when your eyes are closed. But first, if you love your cat and want to understand them better, hit that subscribe button right now. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see your feline friend in a completely new light. And if this information surprises you, drop a like and share it with other cat parents who need to know what's really going on at night. The ancient partnership. Let me take you back thousands of years. Imagine the earliest farming communities. Grain storage areas filled with rodents. A wild desert predator emerges from the wilderness to hunt in the shadows. Humans allowed these hunters to remain for one obvious reason: pest control worked. But something deeper secured their place inside human homes. The felines that didn't just eliminate mice, but also monitored doorways, watched the darkness, and observed the sleeping family, these were the ones people chose to keep generation after generation. Over 10 millennia of coexistence, this selective preference gradually created a companion with remarkable human-focused care behaviors. Here's what's fascinating. The genetic code barely shifted. Scientific evidence indicates only 13 genes distinguish domestic cats from their wild relatives, compared to over 30 in dogs. This explains why the original monitoring programming remains so powerful. The predatory awareness never vanished. Instead, it redirected toward your safety. Ancient Egyptian culture recognized this quality and celebrated it. Felines connected to the goddess Bastet weren't merely mousers. They received credit for protecting against evil forces and illness, an early acknowledgement that these creatures sense danger and react, sometimes detecting threats within us before we notice. Jump forward to your modern bedroom. Today's house cat exists at the precise crossroads of wild ability and domestic adjustment. Nearly all the original hunting and observation tools remain intact, now deployed for your welfare during your most defenseless hours. Brain scanning research demonstrates cats process human faces through neural pathways similar to those used for examining territory and monitoring offspring. Translation: you're categorized as family and protected space. That's why the doorway positioning, the quiet assessments, and the quick checking behaviors persist. They haven't abandoned their desert sentinel nature. They've simply determined the territory requiring protection includes you. If you're learning something new right now, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps other cat lovers discover this channel, and it tells me you want more content like this. Behavior 1. The breathing tracker. During the late hours after silence settles throughout your home, you might wake to discover two luminous points staring from the darkness. Your feline holding an unwavering focus. It appears unsettling, yet there's purpose behind it. They're monitoring your respiration pattern. With night vision approximately 6 times more powerful than human capability, plus a tapetum lucidum that amplifies light sensitivity by roughly 50 times, they can function with merely 16% of the illumination you require. They observe the gentle rising and falling of your chest, the minute movements accompanying each breathing cycle. Evolution programmed them to detect microscopic changes, the twitch of a mouse in vegetation, the whisper of motion across a space. Now those identical abilities focus on you. Your resting body becomes a data display, breathing rhythm, occasional position shifts, even the tempo suggesting your heart rate. Feline behavioral studies reveal they can identify variations indicating stress or physical distress. This isn't eerie surveillance, it's repurposed survival instinct. Where wild predecessors scanned for prey or danger, your cat scans you, functioning like a biological monitor flagging anything abnormal. When you're unwell, worried, or experiencing strain, the observation intensifies. Countless cat parents notice their companions becoming unusually focused during difficult periods, as though detecting subtle biochemical changes before conscious awareness hits, choosing to maintain watch until conditions improve. Behavior 2. The touch validation system. Somewhere in the darkness, precisely as your dreams begin loosening their hold, you experience it. A gentle tap against your cheek, the soft pressure of a paw touching your face. It appears arbitrary. It isn't. Your cat has detected your sleep state transitioning. This represents a strategic assessment. REM sleep has arrived. Your breathing pattern has become irregular. Your muscles have gone completely relaxed. That significant transformation triggers their "is everything okay?" response system. Research on feline nighttime behavior indicates these nocturnal contacts begin when they identify substantial variations in your sleep cycle. The physical contact serves as an information probe, a method to gather additional data about your condition. They schedule it during the vulnerable transition moments, those brief surfaces toward consciousness before you descend back into deeper rest. From an evolutionary perspective, transitions represent vulnerability windows. Notice where they position the paw: face, neck, hands, areas with easily detectable pulse points. Their cushioned pads contain extraordinary sensitivity, over 2,000 touch receptors per square centimeter, enabling them to register temperature variations, pulse, and muscle tension with remarkable accuracy. Many cat parents misread these taps as demands for feeding or attention. The pattern reveals the reality. The checks occur multiple times nightly with no fixed schedule, except their close correlation to your changing sleep phases. Your cat isn't bothering you. They're confirming the signals. Once satisfied, they dissolve back into shadow. Guard duty silently continues. Comment below and tell me, does your cat do this? I'd love to hear your experiences. Behavior 3. The temperature mapping. Throughout the darkness, your cat isn't restlessly moving. They're conducting a heat survey. They relocate their position on you to monitor 3 elements simultaneously: your body temperature, your movement patterns, and your muscle tension levels. With a baseline body temperature of 100.5 to 102.5 degrees Fahrenheit, higher than our 98.6 degrees, they function as natural thermal sensors, capturing tiny variations that might suggest stress, sickness, or basic discomfort. Your own temperature drifts approximately 1 to 2 degrees across the night. They track those fluctuations. A 2023 research study on feline nocturnal patterns discovered cats reposition roughly every 79 minutes, closely mirroring human sleep cycles. The movements aren't purely for observation, they're correctional. Research from Tokyo University's Feline Behavior Department shows cats frequently provide thermal assistance, moving toward cooler zones that might indicate poor blood flow or stress, adding warmth precisely where needed. Observe the pattern. It creates a logical system. Nestled against your neck or head, they're monitoring pulse points. Stretched along your torso, they're tracking your breathing rhythm. Anchored at your legs or feet, they're insulating the extremities that lose heat initially. The pressure they generate while doing this functions as a gentle weighted blanket touch that increases oxytocin and decreases cortisol for both of you. This explains why numerous people experience improved sleep with a cat present. You're not simply being observed, you're being actively regulated. Make sure you're subscribed to Cat Senses, because we're diving into even more fascinating behaviors that'll change how you see your cat forever. Behavior 4. The silent communicator. Darkness arrives and the household becomes quiet. You sense a soft movement on the bed, perhaps glimpse whiskers in the dimness, then hear a thread-thin sound. This isn't a "feed me" or "play now" vocalization. It's low-frequency signaling designed to comfort you without pulling you fully conscious. A specialized nighttime communication system your cat reserves for these hours. Their voice literally adjusts for the task. Acoustic examination shows night vocalizations sit at 300 to 600 Hz, noticeably lower than daytime calls, allowing them to communicate while letting you rest. Sometimes there isn't even audible sound. The open-mouth silent vocalization likely extends into ultrasonic ranges beyond human perception, a way to express themselves or signal other cats without disturbing you whatsoever. That flexibility is the key point. Your cat calibrates their output to your state. Then comes the purring. Steady, metronomic, in the 25 to 50 hertz range. Those frequencies aren't merely soothing. They're scientifically documented to encourage tissue healing, decrease stress, potentially strengthen bone density, and reduce inflammation. While you're unconscious, they're essentially running a form of acoustic therapy. Cat parents frequently notice the volume increases when they're ill or stressed. Research supports that observation, demonstrating cats can elevate purr frequency and intensity when they detect human illness or strain. An active intervention in your wellness, not coincidence. Sometimes the message delivers without any sound. The quiet presence at your side, no demands, no tapping paws, just intentional proximity. That's protective attention, a defensive perimeter established around your sleeping form so you can rest while they maintain the communication channel. Behavior 5. The entry point guardian. It consistently occurs in the deepest portion of night. Sometime after 2 a.m., when your body reaches its lowest energy point in the circadian cycle, your cat moves into position, body oriented toward the bedroom entrance, quietly assuming a post between you and the doorway. It resembles napping. It isn't. This is security operations, a continuous balance of threat evaluation and ongoing monitoring of your status. Cats developed as both hunter and prey, which hardwired them for constant alertness. Research on territorial patterns shows that facing the door allows them to observe the primary access point while keeping you in their peripheral awareness, effectively establishing a defensive barrier across the room's most probable entry. From that location, they listen in ways only felines can. Where human hearing tops out around 20 kilohertz, their auditory range reaches approximately 85 kilohertz. Those 32 ear muscles rotate independently to follow multiple sound sources simultaneously, scanning the house for anything unusual while appearing calm. Telemetric research confirms what you're observing. Activity near entry points increases by roughly 45% between 2 and 4 a.m., the window when you're most vulnerable. Your seemingly sleeping cat is intentionally on duty. Even indoor cats maintain this instinct regardless of actual threat levels. The behavior continues because the protective monitoring is profoundly embedded. They're not just resting there. They're actively analyzing every sound, scent, and movement flowing from that doorway. If anything changes in the hallway or with you, the position is tactical. They can pivot quickly to address the environment while staying attuned to your condition. The dual-focus attention represents one of the most sophisticated elements of their welfare monitoring system. Drop a comment if your cat does the doorway guard thing. I see it all the time with my own cat. Behavior 6. The circuit patrol. You feel them depart for a moment, then they return. It isn't boredom, it's a perimeter inspection with you as the central reference point. Tracking research using night vision recording shows these patrols follow the same routes repeatedly, skimming territorial edges and vulnerability points. Not random loops, but systematic security assessments anchored to your sleeping location. The cycles run every 30 to 90 minutes, compressing to shorter intervals before sunrise. As they move, accelerometer data reveals surveillance pauses every 3 to 5 minutes, brief motionless moments to analyze sound and scent. An efficient rhythm alternating motion with evaluation to maximize detection while conserving energy. The route sequence is purposeful. Verify the main doors, then prioritize windows and any alternative entry points, creating a layered defense, positioning you at the protected core. Each circuit concludes identically: a return to your bedside, a quick visual on your breathing, and a reset into their monitoring position. If anything about your condition appears concerning, the system escalates. Cats with owners experiencing health challenges increase patrol frequency by up to 35%, a direct increase in vigilance when vulnerability is identified. Through the night, those brief departures weave together continuous protection. Behavior 7. The biological clock calibration. Several minutes before your alarm considers sounding, there they are, positioned beside you at the precise same moment as yesterday. It isn't about breakfast. Your cat has synchronized their internal timekeeper to yours and is detecting the conclusion of your sleep cycle with disturbing precision. Chronobiological research indicates cats can maintain time accuracy within plus or minus 15 minutes, even without environmental cues. They've essentially adapted their crepuscular rhythm to align with your circadian pattern. What appears habitual is actually targeted tracking. They catch the subtle signals, breathing shifts, a change in body temperature, the micro-arousal signaling you're surfacing. The timing frequently lands directly on your natural cortisol surge. When morning illumination begins triggering chemical switches in your system, they register it before you do. First arrives the gentle approach, a quiet presence, a subtle mattress shift. If you don't respond, they intensify. Still calibrated to your state, nudging you through the final steps from sleep to wakefulness. Irritating perhaps, but it's beneficial. That consistency helps regulate your routine. A 2024 human-cat synchronization study found cat owners maintain more stable wake-up times than non-owners. In other words, you didn't simply acquire a pet, you got a living alarm system calibrated to your biology. If you're enjoying this deep dive into cat behavior, smash that subscribe button so you never miss our videos. Behavior 8. The schedule synchronizer. Lights extinguish, and over several weeks, your cat quietly reconstructs their schedule to match yours. They're designed for polyphasic sleep, 12 to 16 mini-cycles totaling 15 to 20 hours. But to remain with you, they compress those naps around your single 7 to 8 hour block. You can observe the transformation in the data. Compared with free-roaming cats, house cats reduce nighttime activity by approximately 40%, a deliberate rerouting of their crepuscular programming toward your timetable. The adjustment isn't unidirectional. In a Swedish sample of 4,574 individuals, cat owners were 18% more likely to sleep under 7 hours, both species meeting halfway. Share a sleeping space and the connection strengthens. Heart rate variability data shows autonomic coupling. During deep sleep, your breathing falls into rhythm with theirs, a calm, synchronized cadence that reinforces the bond and simplifies their monitoring. The alignment even appears hormonally. Cats living with humans develop partial melatonin phase locking to their owners, an explicit departure from their natural dawn and dusk preference. The result is two biological clocks negotiating a shared rhythm. Your cat recalibrates biology to stay close, keep watch, and optimize their protective function while you rest. Behavior 9. The molecular scanner. While you sleep, your cat conducts a quiet diagnostic invisible to you. They lean closer to your breath, hover near your skin, and sometimes pause with that peculiar half-open mouth expression, the Fleming response, drawing air across a secondary sensor in the mouth roof, the vomeronasal organ, to analyze chemical detail you'll never detect. This isn't speculation, it's biological engineering. Cats possess over 200 million olfactory receptors compared to your 5 million, calibrated to volatile organic compounds from breath, perspiration, and skin. That equipment allows them to capture minute changes in your body chemistry that can signal stress or illness long before you feel abnormal. The outcomes appear in behavior. Documented instances report cats identifying changes in blood glucose and pre-seizure metabolic patterns with striking accuracy, essentially detecting health changes before symptoms manifest. That's why some cats become unusually attentive before you consciously realize you're becoming sick. They're responding to early chemical indicators. Their additional olfactory system can function as an early alert mechanism. In nursing facilities with resident pets, staff have repeatedly observed distinctive feline behavior hours before patient health emergencies. Remove the mystery and it's straightforward. Your cat isn't being theatrical. They're conducting molecular surveillance while you sleep. Share this video with someone who thinks their cat is just being weird at night. Behavior 10. The Micro-Movement Analyst. Your cat's sensitivity to your subtle movements during sleep enables them to identify potential problems before they fully develop. They're essentially providing continuous motion monitoring throughout the night. During normal sleep, humans make micro-movements approximately every 20 minutes. These small adjustments prevent pressure injuries and maintain circulation. Cats track these movements and can detect when the pattern becomes abnormal, either too frequent, indicating distress, or too infrequent, indicating potential issues. Research using pressure-sensitive bedding demonstrated cats often intervene when humans stop making these regular adjustments. They'll initiate contact or create minor disturbances that prompt position changes without fully waking you. This intervention helps prevent discomfort and circulation problems. Their whiskers play a crucial function in this monitoring system, with sensitivity capable of detecting air movement from breathing. Whiskers operate as biological motion sensors. When your cat positions themselves near your face or chest, they're optimizing whisker placement for respiratory monitoring. The micro-movement tracking extends to muscle tension assessment. Cats can detect the subtle changes in muscle tone that accompany different sleep stages or indicate discomfort. Their tactile sensitivity allows them to identify these changes through even minimal contact. This monitoring capability explains why many cat owners report their cats seem to know when they're having nightmares. The physical manifestations of distressed sleep, increased movement, muscle tension, altered breathing trigger immediate response from your feline monitor. Behavior 11. The Dual Nature Advantage. The seemingly contradictory nature of cats being both predator and prey uniquely qualifies them for their nighttime guardian function. This dual nature creates a perfect protective companion for vulnerable sleeping humans. Their predatory adaptations, acute senses, rapid reflexes, silent movement are ideally suited for threat detection and response. These same capabilities that make them efficient hunters allow them to identify potential dangers to you while you sleep. As mid-sized predators themselves vulnerable to larger threats, cats maintain constant environmental awareness. This hypervigilance, originally evolved for self-preservation, extends to you as part of their social group. They're essentially applying their survival strategies to keep you safe. The hunting sequence, freeze, stalk, pounce, translates directly to their protective behaviors. When your cat suddenly freezes during nighttime activities, they're processing potential threat information. Their stereotyped responses to environmental changes help create consistent protection. Their ability to move silently represents another protective advantage. Cats can navigate your home without creating disturbances that might wake you. This stealth capability allows them to perform security functions without disrupting your rest. Even play behaviors connect to this protective instinct. When your cat practices hunting with toys, they're maintaining the skills needed for genuine protection. This explains why many cats become more playful after detecting unusual events in the home. They're essentially running threat response drills. Before we continue, let me ask, are you subscribed yet? Hit that button and join our community of cat lovers who want to understand their feline friends on a deeper level. Behavior 12. The Comfort Provider. Beyond physical monitoring, your cat provides powerful psychological benefits through their nighttime presence. Their consistent checking behaviors create a sense of security that improves your sleep quality. Sleep studies consistently show people with cats experience less insomnia and report feeling more secure at night. The knowledge that another being is alert while you're vulnerable creates profound psychological comfort. Your cat is essentially providing security presence. The regular sound of purring serves as acoustic confirmation of continued safety. Many people report the rhythmic sound functions like white noise, blocking disruptive environmental sounds while providing consistent reassurance. The acoustic benefits complement the physical monitoring. For people living alone, a cat's nighttime activity significantly reduces feelings of isolation. The subtle sounds of their movement, occasional visual contact, and brief interactions create a sense of companionship without the sleep disruption human companions might cause. Children particularly benefit from this reassurance effect. Research shows children with cats in their rooms report less nighttime anxiety and fewer nightmares. The cat's protective presence creates a transitional security object that helps develop healthy sleep patterns. This reassurance function extends beyond psychological comfort. Studies measuring heart rate variability and stress hormone levels show measurable physiological benefits from sleeping near a cat. Their presence literally reduces your physical stress response during vulnerable sleep states. The living heritage. Your cat's nighttime behaviors connect to something ancient and profound, a relationship spanning thousands of years across countless human generations. This living legacy continues each night as they perform their silent watch. Throughout human history, cats have been valued for their protective qualities. From Egyptian temples to sailing ships, they've served as guardians of vulnerable spaces. Your modern cat carries this heritage into your bedroom each night, continuing traditions established millennia ago. The genetic conservation in domestic cats means your pet shares almost identical behavioral patterns with cats from ancient civilizations. When they perform their nighttime monitoring, they're engaging in behaviors virtually unchanged since the earliest days of domestication. This continuity provides a living connection to human history. The same behaviors that caused ancient peoples to welcome cats into their homes continue benefiting you today. The relationship remains fundamentally unchanged despite the massive technological and cultural evolution around it. Perhaps most remarkably, these behaviors develop without specific training. The monitoring instincts emerge naturally in domestic cats, suggesting deep genetic programming reinforced through generations of human interaction. Your cat knows what to do without being taught. Each night as you sleep, you participate in one of humanity's oldest interspecies relationships. The silent figure moving through the darkness, checking your breathing, guarding your door, and synchronizing their rhythms with yours represents a living manifestation of a bond that helped shape human civilization. Final thoughts. So there you have it, the incredible secret life of your nighttime guardian. Your cat isn't just sleeping beside you. They're actively protecting you, monitoring you, and caring for you in ways most people never recognize. If this video changed how you see your cat, please hit that like button and share it with other cat parents. Leave a comment telling me which behavior surprised you most. I read every single comment and love hearing your stories. And remember, I'm James Mitchell from Cat Senses, and my goal is to help you build a deeper bond of love and trust with your cat, one secret at a time. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our next video, where we'll explore more surprising insights into the silent language your cat uses to communicate with you every single day. Until next time, appreciate your feline friend for the remarkable guardian they truly are.